We're here in nature, basically, as always. Mr. Roy is poking the fire. That isn't any sexual euphemism for, untoward behaviour. Jeremy Corbyn, Mr. H. Have you any thoughts on Jeremy Corbyn?
Well, he's gaining momentum, isn't he? The only thing I will say with him is he's trying to turn the clock back. It's no longer 1970s. To re-nationalise everything, which I think is his ultimate goal, would take a hell of a lot of money. I mean, I don't know what you've sort of researched him a bit more than I have. So
well, basically, he is a true socialist. The Blurs of this world and the Miliband's were just basically just just fucking slightly. Yeah, but they were basically fucking Tories with red ties on. What's very interesting is the amount of opposition Jeremy Corbyn has had from fucking. They've been wheeling them all out. Gordon Brown, Tony Blair, even the Labour Party are fucking dead against him. And that's very interesting. If he was just some old fucking scrubber with a carrier bag, you know what I mean? And they go like, oh, ignore him, bless him. He's here with his policies from the 70s, you know what I mean? About being an actual socialist and caring about people with his outmoded fucking concepts, and they wouldn't give a fuck. But it's interesting how much fucking kind of opposition and like almost panic, even the media's against him. Yeah. And I think there's a general feeling of concern that this fella has come outside of the framework and fucking hell, like we don't control him. And hang on, because the game is controlled. Everybody, they're all controlled by big business, left, right, middle.
Unfortunately, when Tony Blair got to power in '97, there was many people believed it was the beginning of a 1,000-year Reich.
Yeah.
And they have basically they've just carried on these people with this PR spin. They're not bothered about policies.
Andy Burnham is a fucking
Is he from Lee?
Yeah. Well, so you shouldn't vote for him to start off with. You know what I mean? But but look at him. They even look the same. They're homogenous. It's like a factory for with the same fucking thoughts and the same look. This is your politics. One time you had Michael Foot and fucking Neil Kinnock, these wild fucking
scruffy bastards.
Like these maverick characters which Corbyn irks back to.
Yeah.
But now it's all that suited, booted. You know what I mean? Follow the fucking party line. Which is all that Andy Burnham is. They've even said like that they wouldn't like really do anything about these fucking benefit reforms. They'd carry them on. They wouldn't do anything about it. Basically.
I remember. Do you remember? I'm going back now. I'm showing our age a bit here, but when they first brought in job seekers allowance, which was the last Conservative government, which was under John Major, and the Labour Party kicked and screamed, "It's terrible that you're bringing these reforms in." What did Tony Blair do when he got in? He carried on, and we've still got job seekers allowance. Yet Labour condemned it.
Yeah, but basically, people on benefits, it's terrible for them now. Me being one of them, it's like people are getting tired with the same brush. The people who don't want to work and the people who really want to work are getting fucking penalised with those. I know it's hard to
you can't
determine, but there's people hanging themselves, and that fucking Duncan Smith, that horrible psychotic cunt, won't release the figures of how many people have killed themselves through benefit reforms.
Duncan Smith, who's he? He's a man who couldn't take the fucking Conservative Party to power. He's just hung on to Cameron's coattails.
I mean, we have these horrible fucking people. I would like to think. The thing is, Corbyn is a bit of a fucking rock star at the moment. You know what I mean? He's filling out fucking venues all over the place, and I do think that the fucking establishment is scared of Corbyn, and I wouldn't be surprised if Corbyn does gain momentum, that he has a car crash. Or he falls on a walking out like Robin Cook did when he just fucking spoke out about the Iraq war.
But Jimmy, do people flock to Corbyn because he's offering you something different from norm? As you've just said, it doesn't matter. Labour, Conservative.
They're all controlled. It's like They're all controlled by whoever.
So all I hope is that Corbyn's not just full of wind and piss, as he actually is. You know, he's not just...
well, there is the danger of if he gets in the system...
Does he become the system?
Yeah, you know, there is the danger of the idea... you know, how many fucking real ideologists actually make it into power?
Well...
You know what I mean? There's alright going round fucking shaking hands, kissing babies.
I don't know what you felt, Jimmy, when Labour actually got in '97, right? I remember Moody Country, and it was like we'd been fucking liberated from Soviets or something.
Yeah.
And within 5 years, his first 5 years, he did what he said, and then he got involved in that Iraq war, and he, like I say, just become part of the system.
Yeah. It's
that's the danger. Idealism goes out window.
It's true, really. I had a really good fucking point, and it's gone clean out my fucking head. No, it's not your fault, you know. But yeah, I'd like to think that Corbyn, it is a fresh voice, really, and it would be nice if he could gain ground, because the country really needs some fucking form of saviour, whether it's a scruffy old man with a beard or...
He needs choice, Jimmy. He needs choice.
You know,
you remember like back in the day when your mum and dad used to go out and vote, and it was clear, wasn't it?
Yeah.
If you worked and you went out and you was a working man, you voted Labour. If you owned a factory, you voted Conservative.
Yeah, yeah.
Now you don't know where you are.
Well,
you own your own home. You still work out and fucking slave, and you're up to your spuds in bloody debt. But it's like, well, you're a Conservative because you own your own home.
Yeah.
You're up to your neck in debt.
Basically, it's the lines are blurred now, and it's all the fucking same, really. You know, and
it never was when we was kids.
No, there was clear divisions, but now it's all just one. It's one entity, isn't it? Really, you know what I mean? As Bill Hicks once said, who do you vote for, the puppet on the left or the puppet on the right? Exactly. You know, but Corbyn is an interesting figure, and all we can do, Mr H, is watch his progress. Yeah, you know, so we'll leave it there.